Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Ashia and today here with Takashi from Japan.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for today. I will also film the video for Takashi's channel.
Yes, I asked her about about learning Japanese. The topic is about how did you become fluent in Japanese, and obviously she speaks Japanese perfectly. So I interviewed her about her process of learning Japanese.
You always interviewing people, right?
Right.
Like outside. But today I will ask questions to you because I see your channel, but I never watched any video like where are you from, who you are, why did you start YouTube. I think a lot of people maybe want to know this, even like how old are you?
True.
Like you're never talk much about yourself.
I never done that.
So today I want to ask interesting thing from Takashi. So okay, first of all, how old are you?
I'm 23.
23.
I'm gonna turn 24 this year. Yeah.
Okay.
23.
So you're like usagi udoshi?
So yeah.
年男。
そう、年男。厄年。
厄年か。
そう。
大丈夫かな？
まあ大丈夫でしょう。大丈夫でしょう。
And where are you from originally?
I'm from Japan, Nagoya, Aichi Prefecture. It's an hour and a half from Tokyo by Shinkansen. And now I live in Tokyo for 5 years. I moved to Tokyo when I was 18 for university. So since then I've been living here 5-6 years, and I was in Nagoya for 18 years. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, is Japanese music for, I don't know, children to go home?
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
So you just graduated university?
Yes.
And you started a YouTube?
I already started YouTube when I was in university.
Okay.
Yeah, I graduated university March. Technically, I graduated September because I failed to graduate once. So I was supposed to graduate March, but I ended up graduate September 10年したから.
Okay.
So yeah, but I started YouTube while I was in university, like 4th year. So almost a year ago, year and 2-3 months ago. From now on. So yeah.
Okay, so why did you start to make YouTube videos, and why you started to do it in English?
So the main reason is like I didn't do job hunting. So I really didn't want to be a salaryman here because I know it sucks. At least for me, right? So I just need to make money by myself. If you don't want to be a salaryman, you just make money by yourself, right? So I just thinking, what's the best way for me to make money now on, because I didn't have much money, but you can start YouTube, with no money, right? You don't need money.
But you bought like pretty expensive camera, right?
Later from YouTube income. But yeah, at the time I filmed like with iPhone and.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You started with iPhone?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I didn't have money to buy good camera.
Wow.
And the reason I started this genre is I wanted to improve my English, and also I wanted to use my English for my video because I know many people want to come to Japan. Let's say like there's so many Americans, there's so many European people who want to come to Japan, but there's not much about information on YouTube. There's some people making video in English in Japan, but they're usually non-Japanese people, like someone who is British came to Japan and they make video in English for people who lives in England, right? But I haven't seen many Japanese person making video in English for people who want to come to Japan, right? Yeah. So that's the reason. Like I was like, oh, this genre, I can do it, and that's why I started this channel.
So you told me you used to watching YouTube like since the middle school.
Yeah.
YouTube 世代. The generation of watching YouTube.
Yeah, for sure, totally. Yeah, I mean like when I was 13, when I was 12, when I was 14, everyone started having iPhone, right? So that's the time like 10 years ago. So everyone started watching YouTube. Like especially when I was in high school. If you don't watch YouTube, you cannot have a conversation with your classmate. Because everyone was watching, right? So yeah.
So maybe you watch my videos. I just started making YouTube like 10 years ago. Well.
Oh really? You started YouTube 10 years ago?
10 years
wow.
ago.
Oh.
Maybe when you started to watch it.
Oh yeah. Wow, long time.
Yeah,
10 years.
that's right. So, okay, the next question is how did you learn English and how did you make it possible to speak? Because I know in Japan you learn English for like long years, but can't do any conversation.
True. So I went to university and my major was English and American literature.
Okay.
So when I entered the university, my English level was same as other Japanese people, right? Because I didn't go abroad while in high school. I didn't go to international school either. So I was just
意外ですね。意外っていうか、
yeah. So at the time, my English was like not horrible. Like I mean like horrible like as same as other Japanese people. I would say. You know what I mean? So when I entered the university, when I came to Tokyo, I was thinking and like universities, like people mention Japanese university is like holiday vacation for your life, and it's true. It's totally true. Like 4 years doing nothing. Like it's true. You can do whatever you want. And I was so excited to do that. Like I'm just gonna do party. I'm just gonna hang out with my friends. I'm just gonna watch movie as much as I want. But I decided I'm not gonna improve my English. I'm gonna be able to speak English when I graduate this university, right? And so my major was English and American literature. So I actually studied English. I didn't actually study English. I actually studied English and American literature in English. So it was kind of difficult, but like, and I watched lots of movies in English. I listened lots of podcasts in English. That's how I learned English basically. So yeah, I taught myself.
How about the practice?
Practice?
You had some foreigner friends.
This is my opinion, but like if you're comprehension level, like if you understand everything they say in English, like it's not that difficult to speak because you already know every word people use, and so I was like, I didn't practice that much, but it was not that difficult for me because I know what they are talking about. Every single word I can pick up, right?
Okay.
And there was no problem for me to understand English already.
Okay.
So for me, the reason that many people cannot speak but still understand is like they're just shy or they're just
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and I didn't hesitate to talk English. I'm not like shy guy.
You wasn't shy.
No. So I knew I made so many mistakes in English, but still like I can tell my opinion at least. I can talk in English, right? So that's yeah. So that was not a problem for me. I didn't need practice as long as because I knew English already. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds so cool. Like you don't need to practice. Like okay, learn in university and then grab a camera and go outside and interview people in English.
Yeah, but that's how I did. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really not common for a Japanese person.
Right? Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
Okay, my next question is maybe you had some points to struggle when you started YouTube. Tell us about this.
Struggle.
What was the difficult thing about starting YouTube and making YouTube videos?
I think the main reason many people stop uploading YouTube video before success, because many people stop, right?
Yeah.
Like many people stop before getting money from YouTube, right? So many people stop, right? But the reason I didn't stop is like I did monk mode. Have you heard of monk mode? Monk mode is like なんか修行僧のモード、なんかお坊さんのモードみたいな。Like, so let's say like when you're in monk mode, you're not gonna hang out, you're not gonna drink, you just gotta do what you gotta do, like
you did nothing?
No, I did nothing. I would say like for half a year, I never go out, I never hang out, I never drink. Like 24/7, I was thinking about YouTube and I was shooting or editing or something. Yeah.
Wow.
So that was kind of, yeah, I really appreciate that I did, because it's kind of hard, but at the time the struggle is, I would say, like you feel kind of lonely at the time, because
yeah,
of course,
I know I'm
yeah,
super lonely to making only YouTube videos.
Yeah, and of course I didn't have any friends
like YouTuber
friends, foreigner friends, so I didn't have anyone who, like, I didn't have any friends that I can talk about YouTube
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, for half a year, right?
寂しい。
Yeah, it was kind of lonely, and I just need to think by myself everything. I need to make plan everything by myself. Basically, yeah. So I'm really proud of myself that I did everything I accomplished. But so that's the biggest struggle. Like I felt so lonely. I was like, what if I cannot make it? What if I cannot make it from YouTube? I'm just gonna be convenience stores worker, from March, because from March, I need to make money, right? Because I'm not gonna be a student anymore. So, but like I was thinking, like, yo, but still, I'm gonna make it, and that's what I did. But the occasion, the struggle is like I didn't have any friends. I didn't have anyone that I can talk about, or I didn't have anyone that I can ask. I didn't know how to shoot video either. I didn't know how to upload YouTube videos. I didn't know how to see the YouTube studio. You know what I mean? The analytics. I didn't know how to see that, but I didn't have anyone who that I can ask for about it. Like like if you have friends, if you have YouTube friends, like you can ask, oh, do you know how to solve this problem, stuff like that. But I didn't have any friends, and I did everything by myself. That's the biggest struggle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know. That's so cool. It's so Japanese, like to shugyo.
So
Shugyo.
monk mode. I really recommend it if you want to do something new.
But I think you're super successful in YouTube because you have like how much subscribers?
600,000. 600,000. Yeah.
600,000 with just with 1 year.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's like super big number of subscribers, and I think it's really rare to be start and be so popular because maybe a lot of people making YouTube like for the years and they still have like less than 1,000 subscribers. For example, in my case, well, I started YouTube like 10 years ago, and now I almost have 300,000. But my audience in Japanese, of course, it's different.
Yeah.
It's a different number of like native speakers and who can understand the language. But yeah, I think you're very cool as a YouTuber. I think maybe some difficult point like about when you interview people, of course, for the first time you ask them if they can answer for your question for a camera, is it okay to film in this? And how much people, when you talk to people, when you ask them for interview, how much people decline it and how much people is okay to be filmed?
It really depends. So, are you talking about Japanese people? Or
Both. How
both?
about Japanese? How about foreigners? Maybe foreigners is more like okay for this for camera.
So yeah, the one thing I can say for sure is like it's easier for sure, to ask someone who is not Japanese, like someone who's foreigner. Because when I say, oh, can I interview you? Like I make a video on YouTube, and some people recognize me, right? Oh, I watch your video, and it's easy, right? But anyway, like they say, oh yeah, sure, okay, why not? And that's happening all the time. So it's not a problem for me. But the point is, it's hard to find someone who actually live here. You know what I mean? So
it's a lot of tourists.
Yeah. So like so I interview Japanese people and foreigners in Japan, right? So when I ask foreigners in Japan, can I interview you? They usually say okay, but it's hard to find them, right? On the street,
like
right?
me.
Yeah. But when I ask Japanese people, they usually say no.
Because they're shy.
Yeah, it's okay, but it's super easy to find someone on the street because everyone's Japanese on the street, right?
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Okay, I understand.
So when I interview someone who's Japanese, someone who's foreigner, it takes same time. 同じ時間ぐらいかかる。
なるほど。
Because anyway, because it takes time to find someone who is not Japanese, but it's really. But when I talk to them, they say okay, right? But when I ask Japanese people, they say no. But it's super easy to find someone Japanese. So like I can ask 10 Japanese people while I'm finding one foreigners. Yeah.
Okay, I see. So you told me when Japanese people okay for filming or not, it depends on the age,
gender,
and
their situation. Who is more likely to say okay?
So.
Young guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like in their 20s.
Maybe because you're
Yeah, guy, yeah.
guy, they can just answer you.
They
but
don't-
if it's
they-
girl,
Yeah.
they're more shy.
They're more shy and they think it's nampa. Even though I have a camera.
Yeah. That's right.
They're just kind of afraid of me, but makes sense. Totally makes sense. You know, talking to people on the street, it's taboo here, right? It's taboo.
Not taboo, but
I mean, like-
not so common.
And that's not common. I mean, like, especially if you're a guy and if you talk to,
look like.
yeah,
I mean, maybe if you're wearing like suit
Yeah.
and don't have this.
yeah. Maybe it's more, yeah, because I'm just a YouTuber, so you know, so especially if
ナン
you're
パしてそう確か
right, so especially if you're a guy and if you talk to girls,
Yeah.
and especially if they are like good-looking girls, like hot girls, people think like it's nampa, and of course, you know, like
Yeah.
you know, like let's say when I make video about dating, I wanna put, you know, the good-looking girl on the thumbnail.
Of course.
Of course, right? So when I'm on the street, I'm looking for, you know, good-looking, cute Japanese guy, kawaii Japanese girl for video, right? But the more you're good-looking, the more guy talk to you, right? So when I talk to them, they usually, you know, say no because they have so many experience of, you know, the guy talking to you because they are good-looking.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's right.
So it's really hard. It's really hard. So usually I try to interview someone who's with friends, like 2 girls or 3 girls, because it's easier. They can
Yeah,
say
it's
like,
easier.
it's easier, right? And I try not to, you know, like scare them. I try to be polite. I try to be, you know, smiling all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's super hard. It's super hard. One of my friends from Canada, he came to Japan. He's doing interview style video, but not about Japan. He just came to Japan and we filmed together one day. He said, "Oh, Japan is not the country to interview people." Yeah,
That's true.
because he can interview, you know, anyone in Canada all the time. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Maybe I want to try, but I don't know still. How can I do this? I never did this. Interview people outside. So, okay. Also, I want to ask you, 日本人にインタビューして何か発見したものと、まあ外国人にインタビューして何か自分にとって発見になったこと。ごめん、いや、なんかもう頭回らないから字幕つけようと思って、英語で答えてもらった。すいません。
When I interview Japanese people, one thing I notice is it's not fun for me to interview Japanese people.
Oh.
Because I know what they're gonna say. Because I'm Japanese.
Okay.
I know, because I'm Japanese. So, but you know, like people want to know what Japanese people think, right? That's why.
It's interesting for me too. Also.
But that's why I'm still doing Japanese people.
Okay.
But it's not
fun.
It's not fun for me because I know I'm Japanese. You know, because I know how Japanese people think. I know how. Yeah. So like, you know, it's not fun. Actually, like, you know, it's kind of for me. Yeah. But when I interview foreigners in Japan, it's always fun. It's always fun. I really enjoy interviewing them because, especially, I have never lived abroad. I've lived in Japan for my entire life.
I was surprised. So I thought you like studied abroad or like go to a lot of like countries like
not yet.
hitchhike or something.
Not yet. I want to do it. I want to do that, but not yet. Yeah. So I never lived abroad, right? So it's always fun. It's always, you know, enjoyable for me to, you know, talk with someone who is not from Japan. Like, you know, it's so fun. Like, you know, yesterday I was, you know, interviewing Irish guy, Irish, and I never been to Ireland, of course, and I have no idea what's it like there. And so he can talk about the differences Ireland and Japan, and he can talk about Japanese things from Irish perspective, right? So it's always fun. And like after interviewing people, foreigners in Japan, like I realized, I don't know if it's actually the problem or not, but still, like some people think like that. That's the thing I learned, right?
Okay.
You know what I mean? And also,
and you always like interview people about dating. And today I want to ask you. Which do you prefer to dating girls like Japanese or foreigners? Because when I asked about this to Taro-san, he told, of course, Japanese, only Japanese. So how about you? How about your experience about dating with girls?
Okay. First of all, I don't have any preference, to be honest. I'm not lying. Actually, I don't have any preference. I've dated Japanese girls. I've dated foreign girls.
Which foreigner girls from there?
Not Ireland. From London.
From London.
British girl.
British girl, and speaking English with her.
Yes, all the time.
Okay, it's the way he improved his English. Yeah, I understood.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But I don't have any preference. But more likely, I tend to meet more Japanese girls because I'm in Japan, right?
Okay.
Right.
Right.
And I don't have any preference. Actually, I'm not lying. I can date Japanese girl. I can date foreign girl. I don't have any preference. Ethnicity or nationality. I'm not lying. This is my my true opinion. But
Okay, I see.
But one thing I can say is it's so nice and it's actually good to date someone who can speak your native language. You know what I mean?
Who can speak Japanese?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I mean, foreigner who can speak Japanese, or Japanese girl who can speak Japanese.
It can be both.
Okay.
But so it's actually nice to date someone who can speak your Japanese. So when I express my feeling in English, I cannot express my feeling fully. You know what I mean? Like 100%, right?
Of course, yeah.
So it depends. If you want to, improve your second language, maybe English, or it can be like French or Spanish. But it's nice to date someone who speaks Spanish or English or whatever language you learn it.
But maybe it's difficult to be so like a深い関係作るの難しい.
True. Yeah,
Okay.
And I speak English very fluently, but still there are so many feelings that I cannot express in English.
Yeah.
And there are so many problems of my English. Because you never be a native speaker.
I do. In Japanese. Well, because I live in Japan for a long time, I feel like almost native. We understand about you don't have a preferences, but how about what things do you find attractive? As you ask people.
It's easy to answer. I mean, personality or body shape?
Both.
Personality, I prefer someone reserved. I prefer someone reserved. Reserved はなんかちょっと控えめ
控えめ、なるほど。おしとやかな。
ってよりかはちょっと
なるほど。
So it's kind of Japanese.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I'm not like super party guy, to be honest. I'm not like
Oh really?
I like doing party, but many people mention I'm always chill. My nori.
Okay.
Yeah, all the time. Like my vibe is it's always like this. So you know what I mean. So I prefer someone who's like that as well.
Not so loud.
Not so loud.
Okay.
I like someone who knows how to talk, who knows how to be quiet.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And how about appearance?
Appearance, I like tall girl.
Tall. How tall?
170 centimeter.
Okay.
165 centimeter. Yeah, I think I just sexually attracted to someone who's tall. Yeah.
And how tall are you?
178, 179.
Okay.
So yeah. But if you're 170, it's super tall for girls in Japan, right?
Yeah, it's like model.
Yeah, you can be model here, right? So I prefer someone like that, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
And I prefer someone who goes to the gym because I always go.
Oh.
I prefer someone who really take care of their body.
If I ask you about the country, what kind of girls maybe you prefer? Maybe some countries.
Countries?
You told you dating with UK.
Country.
You always asking people about it, right? Japanese people. So I want to ask you.
So first Japan, right? Because
Well, okay, Japan.
Because it's easy for me to date someone who's from Japan, right? So Japan.
What countries you find attractive? Like for me, I like
attractive.
Yeah, I like Latin girls. I think they're
same. I like Latin girl. But I like someone who have something that I don't have, right? And I'm optimistic compared to other Japanese people. 楽観的. But I'm not sure, but I heard like Latin people, just in general, guy and girl, just in general, Latin people are super like optimistic. You know, they love dancing. You know, they like music. You know, they having fun of their life. You know, that's something I don't have. That's something Japanese people don't have, right? So
Japanese people don't dance.
yeah, don't dance. I wanna date someone that have something I don't have.
Okay.
Right. So.
That's
yeah,
cool.
and I cannot dance. I don't know how to dance. So you know, so I wanna date someone like that. Yeah. So obviously Latin country. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for answering my questions. It was so interesting to ask you because you're always asking people.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, same thing. So please subscribe my channel. Please, I think you already subscribed his channel. But anyway, I put the link below. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. See you in next video. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.